How does he come up with that idea? He has a different take on things. That is certainly a natural talent. There seems to be some people in the world who have extraordinary abilities to think that nobody can match them. How do they go about solving complicated problems? Suzuki Eichi, a best-selling author and an expert of minimal thinking, lecturing at several training programs, he struggled to answer the question and finally reached one conclusion. I've taught more than 15,000 people logical thinking, and I've learned that there is a common problem for people who don't know what's important and what's first, so they can't make good decisions. They have this habit of thinking things repeatedly. In other words, their head is so full of junk that they don't think very well. And they end up with junk. They are so caught up with useless junk that it results in a series of vain discussions, and this eventually causes a contrary effect. We all know that we should get out of the mess and focus only on the problems that need to be solved, but it's not easy. So I'd like to introduce you to one of my ideas. It's called minimal thinking. Suzuki's simple way of minimalism is to approach the structure to change it. For instance, why can't we clean up our desk? It's not because of a lack of will, but because of the lack of a proper mechanism for storing things. The accounting staff is taking the money from the company, not because of his lack of ethics, but because of the company's system that's structured to lose money easily. In other words, it is minimalism to find the cause of the problem in the structure rather than in the individual, and to improve it all at once. Let's say the glass was broken when the customers inadvertently put their luggage on the ice cream rack while they were waiting to pay the cashier. You can either post a notice or tell them, don't put your luggage there. But by applying the minimal thinking method, which changes the structure, we will be able to find clues to solve problems in the form and structure of a horizontal glass plane, and then change the top of the display stand to a sloping surface. How can it be applied in hospitals? The doors of the operating room are usually opened by pressing on the switches with one's foot. The idea is not to dirty one's sterilized hands before the operation. But the problem is that there are quite a few doctors who forget to go into the operating room without washing their hands. Should we give medical staff a hand-washing training session, or put up a sign that tells them to wash their hands before surgery? It could be a little tragicomic for the patients and their families. Rather than encouraging the medical staff to do the obvious, we should let the disinfectant spray automatically when a hand is put to the door of the operating room. Do you understand now? Resolving problems at once by changing the external structure is a minimal idea. When faced with a problem that is not easy, people who see through the core and solve it at once are those who habitually think, let's be simple. This is called minimalism. Don't forget, minimalism that approaches structures and makes structural resolution will be a powerful tool for you to simplify chaotic and complicated situations.